As the tourists were on the boat, they suddenly noticed that the most powerful crocodile in this area had died on the shore. Its huge body was broken into two pieces. The terrifying scene immediately frightened everyone. Even the tour guide, who was leading the group, couldn't believe it. Logically, this creature was the dominant force in this area and had no natural enemies. Feeling that something was wrong, he immediately prepared to return. Unexpectedly, the old lady commanded him to move forward. She said that she had paid for the trip and no matter whether the crocodile was dead or alive, she would finish taking the photos before leaving. But in the face of such an eerie situation, the others naturally didn't agree. Eventually, the tour guide also started the boat and quickly moved away. But before they had gone far, they seemed to hit something. The boat lost power and stopped in the water. In the next second, they were attacked. Everyone unsurprisingly fell into the water. Fortunately, most of the tourists could swim and they immediately climbed onto the overturned bottom of the boat. But the tour guide wasn't so lucky. Although he was rescued onto the boat, he didn't know that he had been bitten by some animal. The animal then pushed the boat forward and it didn't stop until it hit a thick tree root. After that, the others climbed up the branches, leaving only Sally and others to rescue the tour guide. Although the guide's wound did not touch an artery, he had lost too much blood and was in a very dangerous condition. They had to stop the bleeding immediately. The guide said there was a signal box in the water, and the signal powder inside could heat the metal. The kind assistant volunteered to take on this task. Fortunately, everything went smoothly and she did not get attacked by the monster. While the old man was heating the dagger, Sally put a piece of wood into the guide's mouth. The intense pain caused the man to faint. He regained consciousness several minutes later. Since they had deviated from the route initially, there was no signal here, meaning the mobile phone had become useless. The guide didn't know what had attacked him. He only knew that the attacker simply swallowed him whole, but in the end, it didn't eat him. Judging from the shape of the wound, the monster's teeth were at least 10 feet long. This simply didn't make sense. However, the guide also gave a piece of good news. The ship was equipped with a tracker, and the GPS location would definitely be found eventually. But because they didn't actively seek help, it was estimated that the boss wouldn't check until he found out they hadn't returned. It would probably take another 5 hours. However, just 3 hours later, the guide fell into a coma again. His wound seemed to have been infected. If this continued, he would surely die. What made things worse was that the monster had returned again. Everyone immediately became nervous. The old man commanded the others to quickly climb up the tree. Unexpectedly, the boy almost fell down due to nervousness. Although no accident occurred, it frightened his mother Sally. She fell into the water due to distraction.